everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my fall favorite lipsticks. Lipstick is one of my favorite makeup items, and this video I'm really excited about because it's a large collab with the Facebook group that I'm a part of called Ladies Who Collab, and I think we have a large number of people doing this video. So what I am going to do is I'm going to list everyone's videos in my description link below, and I hope you'll go and give them your support and watch all of the ladies letting you know what their favorite fall lipsticks are. I know I'm very excited about watching all of the ladies' videos to see who might have some of my favorites in their list, or are they picking out things that I've never used and need to give a try, because who doesn't need another excuse to buy another lipstick? I have picked out my top 10 favorite fall lipsticks, and that was a large feat. The one thing that going through my collection and picking out lipsticks made me realize how many lip products I really have, and it's kind of scary. Let's go ahead and get into this video. I am going to give hand swatches and lip swatches of all 10 lipsticks. Now, how I chose my top lipsticks is I broke them into 4 categories. Nudes, which for me, fall nudes are more on the deeper tone, probably more on the brown side. Then I had purplish mauve type colors. My 4th is berry colors, and then my last are more on the red tone or burgundy tones. The other thing that I did do was I at least included one drugstore lipstick in addition to my high-end. So I have 2 categories that have 2 shades. One of them will be high-end, one of them will be drugstore. There are 2 categories that have 3 in each of the categories, and one of each of those 3 will be drugstore. I wanted to make sure to have options for everyone. So if you weren't able or didn't choose to spend the money on a high-end version, then you did have a drugstore alternative. I will start with the first shade, which is what I'm wearing. And it is a MAC lipstick in the shade Cream in Your Coffee. That is a swatch. This is more of a brownie nude, little bit of mauve in it, but more brown. It definitely shows up more brown on my lips. This shade wasn't even on my radar until last year when I watched a video from my good friend in Canada, Lisa. Her channel is Blushing Shades of Beauty, and I'll leave her channel listed below. She is wonderful, and I remember her mentioning this and having it on her lips, and I fell in love with the color and immediately ran out and purchased it. My drugstore alternative for a deeper nude is by Maybelline. It is one of their comfort mattes in the shade Touch of Spice. This right here is Touch of Spice. It's not quite as brown as Cream in Your Coffee. It has a little bit say, I wouldn't go towards the mauve, but maybe a little bit of a red undertone in it. And that is what I have on my lips right now. The next category that we're going to move on to are the more mauvey purple type shades, or interesting colors like what I'm wearing right now. The Nars Audacious is easily one of my favorite lipstick formulas, and I could have chosen in any category a shade, because I do have 12 of the Audacious lipsticks, and that's saying something on how much I love a formula to spend. $32 times 12, ouch, that's a lot of money. So the one on my lips right now is a very interesting color, and it's Nars Dominique, and it is definitely a purple, but there's a lot of taupe in this shade. It's very unique, which is the reason that I purchased it, and I think that it really goes well in the fall time. This is Nars Dominique. This is also a shade that is a Nars boutique and Nars online exclusive, so that is a shade that you are not able to buy in Sephora or other places that sell Nars. This next shade is my drugstore alternative, and when I saw this at Walmart, I immediately thought that it might be a dupe of Dominique. It isn't, but it's close enough that if you don't want to spend the $32, you'll achieve a similar look. This has a little bit, it's a little bit lighter, and maybe has a little more pink in it, and it is by Hard Candy. So it's very inexpensive at $5. And there is the swatch right next to Dominique. So you can see they're similar, but there are some differences. This also has more shine than Dominique and does not last as long. One thing about the Nars Audacious lipsticks is that they are very long lasting. My last in this shade category is by Too Faced, and it's one of the melted lipsticks in Melted Fig. And this is heading towards berry. It's a lot more berry than the first two shades, this being Dominique, this being the Hard Candy, which is, the Hard Candy is in the shade Idolized. I don't think I said that when I showed the lipstick initially. And this right here is Melted Fig. So you can see that we're heading towards berry, but there's still a lot of purple. Now we have moved on to the berry category of lipstick, and I will be very excited to see, or very intrigued to see, how many people have this shade of lipstick in their top fall favorites. I personally think it's a must-have shade. It's a MAC lipstick in none other than Rebel. I think this shade is the epitome of a beautiful fall lip. I'm sure everyone has seen this shade. Excuse my horrible application. My lips are starting to get dry now. But it is a beautiful, beautiful berry shade. My drugstore alternative for a berry is by NYX. Again, a very affordable brand. And it's one of their butter lipsticks in the shade Hunk. And here is a hand swatch right next to Rebel. They're in the same color family, but I feel like this has a little bit more magenta and isn't as deep as Rebel, but you can get a similar feel to Rebel in this shade. My last berry shade is what I'm wearing on my lips now, and it is one of the Bite Beauty matte lip crayons in the shade Aubergine. Here is a swatch next to NYX Hunk and Max Rebel. This does have more of a red tone than Max Rebel, but it still is a lot deeper than Hunk. It's also nice having these crayon forms because you can really define the lips better. So this is Bite Beauty's Aubergine. My last category is more of the wine or red shades, leaning towards wine or burgundy. The first of the final two lipsticks in this category is another Nars Audacious. This is in the shade Audrey, which is a beautiful deep toned wine red, burgundy red. The last lipstick is the drugstore alternative for red burgundy wine shades, and it is another one of the Maybelline matte comfort matte lipsticks. This one also was a very popular shade last year in Divine Wine. And quite honestly, I would say this is a pretty good dupe of the Nars Audacious in Audrey. In fact, I would be hard pressed to find much difference in either of those two shades. So, quite frankly, save your money, buy the Divine Wine. Not only are my lips burning from so many lipsticks, but they also are so stained, kind of like my hand. You can only imagine what the lips look like. When I got to the berries and was taking them off, they were so stained, I wasn't sure if you were going to get a true representation of the colors, but I think because we went lightest to darkest, we were okay. I hope you've stuck till the end. I'm gonna go ahead and put lots of lip balm on my lips right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out all of the ladies listed in my description bar that did this collaboration. I'll also leave the Facebook link to Ladies Who Collab as well. Again, I appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.